Late Night Riders. Appreciate you guys for tuning in and being part of the nation. Especially those without the hesitations to the fact of the matter that we still gotta go one way or another. Talk about, be about. Shout out to the Grooves, where the HBOs and the SGs. Salute. Time is only relative. That's why you can probably watch this on rewind in the morning time. No Sleep Nation. Let's continue to grind. Mama said there will be days like this. Shout out to the Share Gang, Share Gang. Mic check 1, 2, and 3. It's me, your brother from another mother, no other. Don't look like Danny Glover, but I keep it cool with you guys on this late, smooth night edition. All right, so Dak Prescott, you know, he's entering into a unique situation in a unique system of time. And the time for your mind is this right here, Cowboy Nation, that we will have an extra game. So when you bring forth an extra game, meaning that now you are granted more opportunities to separate yourself from previous records. Now, I'm not saying that you play for just records. No. Ain't this right, Aaron? Ain't this right, Brandon? Appreciate you for jumping in, Diego. Thank everybody for being part of this late night edition. No. You don't do that. However, there's protocols, there's procedures, and there's different sets of opinions. Look, I'm old enough to remember when they added the extra game and everybody was saying that, hey, it's going to sully and denigrate everybody's record. But no, football is just like the world. It continues to spin. Regardless of what thrown your way, it continues to spin. It does. Oh, excuse me. Let me put the information up here right quick. Just bear with me right quick. Let me see if my powers work. There we go. All right, so appreciate you. So now that your information will be sent through the echoes of the worlds. All right, so let's listen in to some of the topic pieces right here, and I'll give you guys my thoughts, my opinions of this nature of Dak Prescott playing for the 2021 season. Let's listen.
I think there's a tremendous chance that Dak Prescott breaks the all-time record for passing yards in a season and leads the NFL in passing yards this year.
Let's stop Norm Hiskins. Shout out to him, 1310 the ticket. Here's the situation. This season alone, right, is the first year entering in more games than we will ever play in the regular season. Last season, just at the face of what last season was, what it was built to be. And, of course, for those who don't like the Cowboys, oh, they laugh. They love the fact that we was in shambles, right? But I come here to tell you, if you remove some of the issues as it relates to injury, Dakota Prescott was on pace for throwing 6,000 yards. Now, that doesn't quantify to say the situation that just because you're throwing yards or ball around, you're going to get the wins. No. It's all about efficiency level. We understand that. And just right, Ronald, appreciate you. What's up, Law? Content always on fire. Appreciate you. Shout out to you, Joyce. Appreciate you. So what I'm saying is that this season along now, you got more game. And Dak Prescott was on the page, same page with Michael Gallup, same page with Amari Cooper. Oh, excuse me. It looks like they was developing and building this type of rapport with CeeDee Lamb. We even gave him the name, Dangerous Lamb. Oh, guess who been working out with Dak Prescott all offseason? And who's bigger, faster, stronger now? Oh, yeah, it's CeeDee Lamb. Hey, and I see my dog Eastside Harold in here. I'm going to ask you this, Eastside. You saw what your quarterback looked like when he had his number one wide receiver. So wide receivers do matter. And that's right. Let me know if I'm lying.
Now, lots of records are going to go by the wayside this year in the NFL.
With the extra game, yes.
17 games. Mm-hmm. So people say, well, so what? 17 games did it. Well, there are only 8. There are only 8 quarterbacks
8
in the history of the National Football League who've thrown for 5,000 yards in a season.
That's it?
8 total.
Okay.
Do we want to kind of rank that? You guys want to take guesses?
Yeah, sure. Yes, of course.
Okay.
I have my first guess.
Okay.
Drew Brees is one of them. Peyton Manning probably be another. Who else? Y'all got the historic data available before we go further? Who were the 8 quarterbacks to throw north of 5,000 yards in one season? Yeah. Appreciate you, High Life. Appreciate you for becoming one of the sponsors for this show and this episode. Joey says we're going to beat Tampa. Beat them. They beatable. Moreno, okay. So I know Drew Brees one of them, right? Texas says Moreno is the other guy. So that's 2. Third person could be Peyton Manning. Yeah. Who else we got over here? Shout out to you, Eddie. Eddie Cruz.
Who is it?
Because it's going to be the same as yours.
Jameis.
Dan Marino.
5,084 yards.
Okay. Who else on the list?
Drew Brees.
Oh, yeah.
5 times.
There it is.
5 times Drew Brees threw for 5,000 or more yards in a season. Now, he doesn't hold the all-time record. Despite passing 5,000 yards in a season 5 times, Drew Brees doesn't hold the all-time record.
Peyton Manning.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
He was out of turn. That was officially my turn. Peyton Manning.
Yep.
I will call this a tie and a jump ball.
All right.
Peyton Manning has the all-time record of 5,477 yards.
Let me just say this, man. 5,477 yards. What year that was? Y'all let me know. Was it the 2013 year or the year before that, 2012? Peyton Manning was slanging that thing. Good grief. Yeah. Let's see what they say.
All right.
That's season, man. Okay. There are 5 guys left.
Didn't Roethlisberger have one, I think?
Big Ben had one of the 5,000.
Well, look at you.
Oh, Big Ben. Who would have thunk of? Who? I didn't know Big Ben threw for that many yards.
In front of your computer cheating.
Oh,
Way
yeah.
to go, Major
Muscles.
Mike.
Turn the power off in that room, Trey.
I'm not looking at a list of NFL quarterbacks with 5,000-yard passing season.
Who said BD says it was 2013 year? That was the famous game of Tony Romo. They threw for it was just throwing forever, And I even think that Mo Claiborne in that particular game got him a pick in the Denver Broncos versus the Dallas Cowboys in that game. Was it the 2013 year or was it 2012? It had to be 2013 because I believe we kind of caught like at the edge of that year. Like, oh, you can give the ball to Marco Murray and you can make something happen. And it was like too late because I think at the end of 2013 you win and you're in and it just didn't go well for us. And then the following year we made it further than what we ever made it because we changed the philosophy of a lot of things, see. But neither here nor there. Let's listen to what they have to say.
Of course I'm not looking at that.
Yeah. Cal, appreciate you. 501 to 488.
Right? Mahomes didn't do that,
because Marino did it, and then it was several years. Mm-hmm. You had a guess there?
I said Mahomes and someone agreed with me.
You're right.
Nod.
Patrick Mahomes is one of the 8 quarterbacks who've thrown for 5,000. Now,
right.
You're probably going to get 2 of the others.
Who are the other 2?
The last one, I thought, really? And then I thought, yeah, really.
Mike?
Well, I'm looking at them.
So who's the other people, man? Y'all saying Winston? He threw for 5,000? What year? Or is it Aaron Rodgers?
Sorry, you called me out. But both of them have Tampa Bay Buccaneers ties, I'll say.
Well, shoot, Jameson Winston then. Y'all right.
Brady hasn't thrown for 5,000.
Brady threw
Tom Brady.
Has he really?
Good job, dog.
Okay, all right.
Yes, he did.
2011.
One time.
Ooh, what year? What year Tom Brady threw for five of those racks?
Kurt Warner?
No, never got it. Despite quarterbacking the greatest show on turf,
Sure.
he never got to 5,000.
What's the other Tampa Bay tie? Jameis Winston.
That's the one that I thought, of course. 35 touchdown passes and 30 interceptions. Jameis just slipped.
That joker threw for 35 TDs and 30 INTs. That ratio there. Well, at least he was still north of the TDs opposed to the interceptions. But neither here nor there. I don't think that our guy, Rain Dakota Prescott, will go into this season throwing 30 interceptions. He's just not that type of thrower. Now, he had one bad year of really bouncing the ball like a football, and I believe it was the year we played against the Atlanta Falcons. We had it was whatever the year that was, the year we played against Atlanta Falcons, and we had the guy that had 8 sacks on us. Whatever year that was, it was this crazy year for Dak Prescott.
Get around, Jameis. Okay.
And there's one more, huh?
Yep.
Tom Brady again.
Just
recently traded.
Matthew Stafford.
From the Lions to the Rams.
By the way,
what year?
I don't want this to take away from Matt Stafford at all. But when you're losing 16 straight Sundays, you throw the football.
Sure.
Okay. Now, but let's talk Dak.
Do you know the Cowboys record for yards in a season?
Ooh.
4,009.
Well, is it Romo?
Romo got the record. Yeah. Romo got the record.
Just to your point about throwing for 5,000 yards, and I thought it was a little more commonplace than what you just said. Mm-hmm. The Cowboys' record for passing yards in the season is held by Tony Romo, and he threw for 4,903 yards.
903 yards? Oh, Lord. He was right there.
Dang. Dak Prescott in 2019 threw for 4,902 yards.
Oh, ain't no way.
1 yard behind him in 2019.
Well,
Romo was in 2012.
Tony, your record's going away this year, okay? But I took Dak Prescott.
What you do, Norm?
For the 2019 season, and then the first 4 games of 2020 before he got hurt.
Okay.
That's a 20-game package.
Right.
When Peyton Manning threw for his...
Hold on. I just got to tell y'all, man. When Norm is mad, this dude is the best guy to ever listen to. Because he would get you right on the edge of your seat, and you can just hear the spit coming out of his mouth onto the mic. And it's just crazy because he's animated in a good way, you know. And Norm, he just get on this crazy rant. He's one of the best ranters. Outside of this other guy that's in New York, I forgot his name, Mad Dog, I believe, somewhere over there. I believe that's his name, Mad Dog in New York. Is a East Coast channel station, what have you. But Norm, oh my goodness. And he let it all fly. He's the reason why 1310 The Ticket is no longer the Dallas Cowboys official radio station. There's some more other stuff beyond that. But shout out to 105.3 The Fan, though. I'm not trying to put each station against each other. I think that all of these guys respectfully do a wonderful job. But I just had to point this out, that if you ever need a laugh, you know, listen to Norm on his rants, because in every rant, there is a truth, if I can say it in that fashion, right? Do any of you guys agree or disagree?
5,477 yards. He averaged 342 yards passing a game. Dak, for 2019 and the 4 games of 2020, averaged 338 yards passing a game. Only 4 yards on average, less than Manning did.
Now let's multiply that by 17 games.
And I got it for you.
You got
I
it.
do too.
Okay.
What you got? What you got?
That would show Dak, that's it, passing for 5,746 yards this season. That would be 269 yards more than the current record.
That's only slight there, I believe, you know? I mean, Peyton Manning was just launching that thing. Who got more weapons? Do the Dallas Cowboys got more weapons than the Peyton Manning team? That was just, but then again, that's Peyton Manning, though. I think that that year he was just on fire. He was on fire, and he couldn't, like, the only thing, you wasn't going to slow him down much. Was that the year that the Seattle Seahawks beat them in the Super Bowl or what have you? Y'all let me know. Entertain me on that one. But that year, Peyton Manning was on fire. I just look at it like this. Just hear me out, Cowboy Nation. We've been hearing storylines and news and these sorts of things about our wide receivers not that good. Nobody's in the top 20. These guys got egos, Cowboy Nation, ladies and gentlemen. These guys got big old egos, and they looking at this thing saying, okay, they going to label me like this? Don't y'all think that Cedric Wilson is trying to fight to get on this team and he's going to showcase his talent? Don't y'all think that even Noah Brown is going to look at this thing and say, okay, wait a minute, I want a spot because you guys drafted Simi Fehoko to pretty much replace me? And Michael Gallup is in a contract year. Oh, CeeDee Lamb, by the way, feel jaded in the sense that he's not the best wide receiver out of the 2020 class because of his quarterback wasn't there, and he had all type of musical chairs with his quarterback situation. And he's looking at Justin getting all of the shine, all of the glory. These guys got egos, big egos. And Amari Cooper sitting back, this is a chess move for him. He really relished this situation and opportunity. Shout out to you, Johnson, all as well. Appreciate you, Jay Versick. Appreciate you, Joshua Skinner, the winner. Appreciate you for jumping in. So I believe that these guys will have chips on their shoulders. They would come out guns a-blazing. I can say that. That's not a hateful way of saying things, because I know we had one guy to say guns a-blazing and everybody kind of flipped out. But neither here nor there. Pay attention to this season.
Now you wonder how many quarterbacks with the extra game will throw for 5,000 yards and what's going to be the standard of going, whoa. Because 5,000 is whoa.
Is whoa.
And
You're
even
right.
when you said 5,400 as the record, that's whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So this extra game is going to throw off a lot of.
Yeah.
It's going to make you're going to have to start rethinking everything because
Yeah.
1,000 yards is even kind of being a little lowered in the 16-game season, how we think of 1,000 yards.
My thoughts, I wrote down 2 names. My thoughts were Mahomes, of course.
Sure.
And Stafford with the Rams.
Yeah.
He may sling it around out there with Sean McVay.
Throw Josh Allen in there with Buffalo.
Josh Allen.
Throw Justin Herbert in there with San Diego.
Hey, and be careful. You may throw Joe Burrows in there.
Maybe if he's healthy.
Yes.
You know, you just want to know how his knee's going to hold up. Think about Kyler Murray in Arizona.
We could have, there have been 8.
Hold on. I like what Kyler Murray he can do with his legs, what have you, throwing the ball. But to me, he can throw it, but I just don't see him throwing it for those amount of yards. He pretty much last season proved to a lot of people that he was a quarterback that ran when pressure was hot and right in his face, and they had some design runs for him. And I can't wait to play Arizona this year. Okay, but looking back, since my nephew was in town this week and we were training, we're going over wide receivers, release points, and he was like, hey, check out, Stephon Diggs, release points. And I started, he liked Diggs' release points and the way he stopped his feet and get back and fight toward the ball, right? So I went back to look at some of the tapes with him. We're looking at the All-22. We look at some of the broadcasting footage there. And Josh Allen, I give him his, I give him that. He evaded when necessary. He stepped up inside the pocket when needed, and the guy got a cannon for an arm. And Diggs is one of those receivers that he looks like he don't have the separation, but he have tons of separation. And so I can probably see Allen get those yards again. And everybody worked. And as small as that team is as far as stature with wide receivers and as big and as tall as Josh Allen is, you would think that it would be the inverse at least. But I would look at things like this, Cowboy Nation. I think 5,000 yards will be tainted. It will not be as an element of surprise because of the extra game, because you got guys that's going to sling the ball around, and I believe the NFL is getting exactly what they want. Yeah. Cannon for an arm. He do. He got. Now I'm not saying that it's the best or the most accurate ball of all time, but that guy in Buffalo, he can put it there. He slings it around like it's just exploding out of his hand. But I feel what you're saying, Jay Versick. I know that he's not a Cowboys player, but it is what it is when you think about the way he kind of just shoot backs and just launch that thing. So it could be a situation and scenario that we have multiple guys that have 5,000 yards and it will not feel the same. So that's why I say forget 5. I mean, at the pace that Dak Prescott was going last season, it was going to be 6. This brother finna get 6. Oh, what to do about Ezekiel Elliott? What to do about Tony Pollard? Well, I believe that teams going to have to pick their poison. Either you're going to load 8 and 9 man fronts, or you're going to play into probably a cover 2 or a zone concept. And the worst way a team don't want to lose in a fighting battle is through the running game. Running games destroys the mentality of the opposing team. It rips the heart out. The opposition is thinking like, man, it's demoralizing, right? So if you can run on a team and they can't stop it, oh, my goodness. And all we've seen this offseason is Ezekiel Elliott getting right with his mind, as well as Tony Pollard doing his thing. So either way, as long as we win, we just talking about numbers now. This is the offseason. We just talking about those things. But when you think about it, pick your poison.
8 quarterbacks throw for 5,000 yards in a season. Donnie, we could have 8 this year. You could
Probably
have,
so.
With the extra game, you could have 8 this year. And this iconic level, OMG, he got to 5,000 yards a season.
Because 5,000 yards divided by 17 is averaging 294 passing yards a game.
Mahomes?
Oh, of course.
Allen? Burrow?
Oh, yeah.
But keep going, Herbert?
Yeah, start
Stafford?
look at the quarterbacks last year that averaged 294 passing yards.
Oh. Burrow and Herbert, if they throw him for that amount of yards, look for the law of average to step in. Look for more and more interceptions, because the more you throw the ball, the more chances and possibility that you get picked off. Now, reason why I'm saying it is because these guys are still young quarterbacks. They will still make mistakes. They don't know the opposing teams like that. There are still tendencies and situations that they will make mistakes on, regardless of the situation and scenario.
It's a game, and that list is probably on.
Right. And so 500 no longer is a whoa number for passing yards in a season. But we got to go past that. The Dak of 2019 and the start of 2020
Get it.
averaged 338 yards passing a game.
All right, so let's pop it. Let's pop the brakes. Stop them right here. Pump them. I meant to say, pump the brakes right quick. We added an extra game, but it's still 4 quarters. So you can try to discount like how much Dak Prescott throw in a game all you want, and look at the end results. But when you average 338 yards in the air, woo, that's still the same. And that, my friend, is what making a lot of people scratch their head when they're trying to place Dak Prescott as being one of the top quarterbacks in the National Football League. I'm thinking that he's tired. He's one of the guys, I believe, that I think he had the first or the second most 400 yards passing in the National Football League. 400 yards. I'm talking about 400. I think he tied for first place or second place. I could be wrong, but it's not a lot of people that threw for 400 yards since he's been in the National Football League. I think it's Pat Mahomes or somebody else, but I could be wrong, so don't hold me to that. He's in first place, Jay Versick. Appreciate you. Since 2016, the most 400 yards. So he's in first place. That's big volumes because he didn't play all of last season, right? Ooh, it's finna get crazy because how can I put this into a better situation? Dak might be one of those years for Dak to have like the level of success, but even better than what I had to use the brother in this situation. Was it Cunningham when he had Randy Moss and Chris Carter, and he'll go under center, he'll just smile because he knows what's about to happen. And Cunningham he was long in the tooth at that time. But he just knew what was going to happen, and he said to himself, I'm just going to go under the center and smile because I know that this is about to be a touchdown. And he had fun that year, and they laid the egg in the playoff. We don't want that storyline for us. But I believe that Dak Prescott will have that level of excitement. Because I'm just looking at the opposing forces, and I'm looking at it like this. Sometimes blessing can come in disguise. Like Dak Prescott, by him being out, Dalton Schultz was able to elevate his game by Blake Jarwin being out. So now you get Blake, and if you get Blake back at 90%, oh my goodness, and you still have Dalton Schultz at that same pace range of what he was doing last season, and you add the fact that CeeDee Lamb is bigger, faster, and stronger now, and you still have in place Michael Gallup and Amari Cooper. A lot can happen.
That is an iconic figure. topped by Peyton
Yeah.
at 342. Peyton is the only one who topped that. And so I think the point of this segment is by late in the year, we could be looking at the all-time passing yards in a season player in NFL history.
And I wouldn't even have thought about that before. I mean, I know the offense is going to be really good, and he was really good last year before he got hurt numbers-wise. It didn't translate into team wins, but numbers-wise. But, yeah, if you think about the all-time passing record, as good of a quarterback as we think Dak is or can be, that's one thing that just doesn't even cross your mind.
Well,
and I didn't even think about it even with the extra game, but now with the extra game, it seems like it's definitely going to happen.
Well, mix it in.
CeeDee
Lamb now knows his way around the NFL. Jarwin is back at tight end.
Before Norm, I just have to rewind this. See, I haven't listened to this full episode, so man, this right here, it's giving me chills. Just like Jay Percy said, shivers, man. You know, he's echoing the same thing that I just lamented about CeeDee Lamb and Blake Jarwin and Dalton Schultz and all of those boys. All we need, man, and I know somebody mentioned the offensive line, of course. But the way Tyron Smith is saying that, hey, he finally had that surgery and he can finally feel his arms now. He was playing with one arm last few years. And I feel, and hear me out, this is just my speculations, that La'el Collins said, man, to be keeping it 100 with everybody when that pandemic stuff occurred, I just didn't get in shape. And I weeble-wobble my big butt out there and pretty much hurt myself. Got into a car wreck, damaged it even more. And just wasn't mentally focused. And he probably holding this on his sleeve or putting it close to his heart saying that, man, I let this team down. Think about it. The pressure that made Dak Prescott squeeze out of that pocket and roll to his left and go down the field came from the right side. Not saying that, destiny is destiny and all of this stuff, and it was destined to happen, it would have happened. But you guys get what I'm saying. In the back of Collins' mind, man, if I roll off the couch and didn't eat my oodles and noodles, and if I was on pace to being in shape, man, maybe the world wouldn't have been able to lay eyes on a Terrence Steele. And I ain't talking about reserve. Y'all get what I'm saying. So this season, along far as even La'el Collins, is a situation that he probably looking at it like, hey, I let the team down last season, and now I'm ready to work it out and be there. And if you go look at his Instagram stories, he's Dak Prescott bodyguard, for crying out loud. They working out together. They pushing each other. They're like the best of buddies. My buddy, my buddy. They working this thing out. They are. So it's crazy.
CeeDee Lamb now knows his way around the NFL. Jarwin is back at tight end. The line is back and looking healthy at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And I think with the injury, Dak is going to throw the ball more than he will say, I ought to get out here and run a little bit. I think he'll be a bit more conservative and throw the football. And this offense is built for Dak to throw the football with a terrific receiving core.
Facts.
That's interesting, man. Very interesting to see how that's going to play out and how many quarterbacks will be involved in the 5,000 club, which was very exclusive that you just named, and now it's going to open the door for a ton of those guys.
Well, you just mentioned the Cowboy record is 49-03 by Romo. If it were a 17-game season, Romo would have been at 5,200.
Yeah, something like that.
Wow.
Crazy.
So let's pump the brakes a little bit on this, too. We can still keep track of the record. We can. All you got to do is, if you hit 5,000 before the final game, you can say, man, this team It's different, right? This team is on pace for doing something remarkable. It's just that final game, everything else will be sweetener. And the NFL is crafty enough to put all of those division games at the final game. Who we play this year is the final game. Who we play. That was the end of that interview, by the way, Cowboy Nation. Who was in that? Who's our final game? Jay Versick. Appreciate you so much for your love and adulation for the station. Appreciate you. Yeah, I'm waiting for the AI. Yeah, Chuck, appreciate you. Menden Raw, appreciate you. My Birds is from Birdman 951. You got me saying that. But shout out to look, I don't despise or hate the Eagles. Here she go.
When the playoff come, they will see the Dallas Cowboys conquering those winning teams, creating a new era, no more 25-year slump. Let's go.
Yeah, appreciate you. Let's go. From Jay Versick for the $5. I really appreciate you so much for all of that. And here's what I got. Let me break down each of our teams that's in the NFC East, and it's never the least because no other division got more Super Bowls than us. So let's not get it twisted when people say NFL, this the NFC East is which is really least. No. Get that out of your mind. We play each other like the SEC around here. We play each other rough, rugged. We do. We flat out do. Let's break down the Eagles. All right, so the Eagles, they re-solidified a lot of things. They got a younger quarterback that's going to be under center, who is a turnover machine when pressure get in his face, and he is a one-read guy, but he is a focused type of level of gentleman who will work his you-know-what off, and you know how that goes for those who followed his career and his collegiate scenario. So you got a hard worker. Then you got a running back who emerges as one of those guys and catch the ball out of the backfield and get skinny, get small, and was the blood of their team on the offensive side. And they got one of the better wide receivers coming out of colleges in the last few years, outside of CeeDee Lamb, by the way. But this guy, I think that they already given him a nickname. What are they calling him now? Bird, what Birdman? What you calling him now? I think somebody Birdman _951. They calling him the Slim Reaper. That's Kevin Durant name, right? So my thing is, yes, they got all of those things, but I come here to tell you, with a new coach that they got who's very wet behind the ear, and with the way they handle their operation, they might not be back into that same unique form until another 2 to 3 years. And then even at that time, that's too late. And I'm not trying to throw any salt at the Philadelphia Eagles, but it's just how it goes from my perspective. Now, the Giants. There's a lot of Giant fans that's out here saying that, hey, we getting Saquon Barkley back. Our defense was top 10 last season. Blah, blah, blah. Hey, I feel you on that. But are you really, really, really sold on Daniel Jones, the turnover machine himself? I think he had 10 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. And let's be real with it. He plays so careless that I don't think that he would ever get to that level of being consistent and being safe and conservative. I just don't think that he would do that. I haven't seen him do it, so call me crazy. I just don't think that the Giants would echo all of those things that we really want from the G-man, especially when you have Jace and Garrett calling you the offensive plays. And I think that this is my thoughts right here. In a pinch, the Giants, they might just start off pretty good with Saquon. He's hungry. He's determined. I like his mindset. Won't have any issues off the field with Saquon. And I'm quite sure that he will be their guy. But the way that particular coach like to put the ball in his belly, I'm not saying that this will happen, but it's just the way it is. Terrence Shorts, appreciate you. Mr. Turnover Jones, right? Appreciate everybody just watching, man. We got a full house tonight, man. We got a full house. I appreciate everybody. All right, so let's talk about the Washington team. I know that their defense, a lot of people look at their defense and saying, hey, man, this defense is going to be just medieval nasty, which they may be. Front four last season was a team that got after you. You got the Bama boys, got the guys that's on the edge. They can cut some grass with their shoulder blades and strong. I mean, good grief. If you look at their edge guy, number 99, oh, my goodness. Was his name Chase? Oh, he's nasty with it. And then they got one of my guys from Kentucky who's just so fast with it. What's that linebacker name from Kentucky? Played with Boss Man Fat. Had Big Bo on him, clearing out the A gap and the B gap for him. Washington team. You know, Paul, Washington team. Chase Young, yeah, Jay Versick. What's the linebacker's name? What's his name? It's the tip of my tongue. Played for Kentucky. Played with Boss Man. Yeah, Davis. Oh, I like Davis. He's a coverage type of linebacker too. And news flash, you're going to have to get your legs working. Because we got some guys that can kill some vertical seam routes. We do. And Edmund, he's okay, but Jamin Davis is who they got, and I'm just looking at it like this. Okay, Mavericks F14 Tomcat says week 2 versus Herb. Oh yeah, we'll get some interception week 2. Young quarterback, second year, thinking he knows what he sees. Dre the Great says the defense is nasty. The Washington team defense is nasty. Which defense is nasty? Their run defense or their pass defense? Is that the type of defense that can rally up a troop and really come back if their opposing team is winning? And their defense so great, how come the Giants beat them twice? Well, what happened? How did Daniel Jones were able to beat them twice? Y'all let me know. I have to go back and watch those games. High Life says run. Yeah, they got those Bama boys. They got to create pressure. I think that Chase Young versus Eliel, excuse me, how many sacks did Chase Young had against us last season? Somebody put that in the comment box. Please help me out. Rivera or Mike McCarthy? Come on, man. Y'all know I like Rivera. I'm a defensive-minded guy. Mike McCarthy, I didn't think that we would go grab him, right? So I'm not going to, since he's on the team now,
If Deshaun Watson goes to the NFC East, would you rather have him go to Washington or Philadelphia?
Ooh, that's a good one. Washington or Philadelphia. If he goes to Philadelphia, I mean, that's where teams go to bury their quarterback. So everything will be still the same. So yeah, Birdman. Oh my goodness. I don't want to see him in Washington though. I think that one of the things that been missing on his side of the coin was he entered into the Texans while their defense were declining. So let him go to your team. Let him go to the Birds over there, because I'm quite sure that somebody was stepping in the way. And those I heard y'all got some nice ladies over there in those massage parlors and these sorts of things, and he can fool around, get one of those massages, and he have a relapse, right? So not trying to throw any salt at my dog Deshaun. Shout out to him, but the Philadelphia Eagles would be a better fit for him, though. Yeah, it would be a better fit for him. Shout out to Gene Jones, appreciate you. Shout out to Dak Prescott, appreciate Dak Prescott. Hurts scared of Gregory and D-Law. Oh, my goodness. I wish I can show you guys the clip. Hurts saw – look, it's funny because Navarre Gallimore, the way Randy Gregory got his sack on, Hurts, Navarre Gallimore, like, shot through the B gap. No, he swam inside and shot through the A gap, right? And old boy Hurts quick now. He was able to sidestep, get upfield, and right before he was able to turn, Randy Gregory was right there. And you know Randy Gregory, since he's able to
smoke weed every day.
Oh, massage spa, not parlor. My bad, man. It's late, man. Charge it to my head, not my heart. Aguilar, I appreciate you, though. Appreciate you. But massage spa, whatever it may be, if he goes out there, y'all know how that thing can go, right? but shout out to, I don't think, do Philadelphia Eagles got any money? Where they gonna get the money from? What's up, Chappelle? Appreciate you. Shout out to you, Jesse. Tashard Choice or Tony Pollard? Tashard Choice had one good game with us. I believe it was against the Bill one year, against the Buffalo Bills, by the way. And he had one good game, and we were sitting there like, yeah, Tashard Choice. Then he became eventually a running back coach for the Cowboys. But give me Tony Pollard every day, any day. Asmodeus, appreciate you so much for the love and adulation. Thank you so much. That goes into the Oxnard Fund there. Yeah. What other Q&As? Tony all day, but Choice was cool. This is from Paul. Choice was cool, man. Choice was cool. Just had a crazy set of circumstances. You know, everywhere he went, he was always the person that was looking up to the next person that was with him. And then when he got it, he granted that one opportunity, one game, and he showed up. And I think he fumbled, and then Choice was no longer the choices for us. Let's see. Yeah, Pollard, you know, Pollard last season, he was pressing a lot. He was running the ball out of the end zone. We were sitting like, stay. And then when he finally got a chance and opportunity to get playing legs up under him, get into the vibe, into the field, into the flow, we was like, run, Pollard, run. Antonio Gibson could be a problem in Washington. This is from Terrence Shorts, speaking objectively. Yeah. Antonio he's a momentum type of runner. Yeah, shout out to Antonio Gibson. He is a good piece for the Washington team. And they need a quarterback. And they got a half of a quarterback that will give you some magic but won't keep the magic. And you guys know how that go. Yeah, Marion the Barbarian, Robert. Yeah, Romo or Aikman, purely as an arm. Everybody knows that my favorite quarterback of all time to wear the silver and blue is Troy Aikman, and not just from his skill set, but from his leader acumen, and as well as that was the guy I grew up really rooting for, and I went to fisticuffs fighting for him, and as though people were saying the same similar things that we heard from Tony Romo as well as Dak Prescott. There were a lot of Cowboy fans at first didn't like Troy Aikman. Matter of fact, there were more Cowboy fans rooting for Jim Kelly, John Elway, and some other quarterbacks. And I was sitting like, nah, Troy Aikman is my guy. And then when Troy Aikman finally won it, I'll never forget my homeboy, his name was Tyrone Goodman. Tyrone Goodman, we grew up in school together, and he was a die-hard 40-Winers fan. And he was sitting there saying that Steve Young. And I was sitting there like, nah, it's Troy. And we'll go back and forth. It was fun during that time frame. Wasn't a lot of spoiled little kids on social media posting and tweeting and all of this stuff. It was real debates. It was no fantasy league was there alive, but it wasn't as popular as it is now. And fantasy, to me, spoiled, is sullied the true flavor of fandom because to me, it's just to me, just my opinion, my thoughts about fantasy, is that people tend to fall in love with the player and excoriate and pretty much cast out the team now. If you look at more and more younger fans now, there are more of fans of the player opposed to fans of teams. And players tend to transfer, get traded, and move on more and more now opposed to when I was growing up. So I still have that old flavor, man. Like, I can't be really – like last season was the worst feeling ever, rooting for another team because I had the guy on my doggone fantasy league. It was just kind of crazy. I said, man, never, ever doing it again, But it's just how it goes. Yeah. Is it Aguilar? Yeah. Troy better than Steve Young all day. Yeah. Romo Holick, yeah. Carlos Allen, yeah. I want more of 21 personnel. Okay, 2 running back, 1 tight end. I feel you on that. You can drop some plays with 21 personnel. All right, let's see if the AI will bring up any of those talking points. Philly Fan Day. Let's see. In my generation, I was 10 the last time the Cowboys pretty much won a divisional round. Let's listen to the AI.
Would love to collaborate with you one day on my show. Keep doing your thing. West Coast birds in the building. Fly, Eagles, fly.
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
Appreciate you for the donation to help elevate the nation, Birdman. But there's no fly Eagles fly around here. You know what I mean? But when the season kick off, we would love to have a panel on one side, Hate Week. We'll have one side, the Eagles. We had last season. I haven't really seen them lately. Philly Notion. Of course, Lord Brunson still doing his thing over there. And if you are a true Eagles fan, Birdman, we will be checking out your content and information. And maybe we can do something. And I think it was Philly 500. And it's somebody else that does some Philly conversation pieces over there that we can jump on and we can go back and forth. Just don't run away now, keep that same energy. Don't have all of that energy and disappear like my dog Eastside Harold did, if he's somewhere still watching. No, this is not coffee, but man, it'll be crazy if I'm drinking coffee at this time of the morning there. But I am about to wrap this thing up, Cowboy Nation. About to wrap it up. I'm surprised I got all of these people here on this bright early morning. But let's continue to grind and shine. Let me see somebody else question. I want to see if the AI is going to sing that one. Ooh, I can't wait to see if she's going to have her soloist voice together. Hurry up, AI. She kind of slow today, huh? Shout out to you, Jay Versick, for the $2 for helping growing the nation there. Where's she at? My dog, Daryl. Appreciate you. I see you, fam. Asmodeus. Hurry up, girl. There she go. Come on. I'm waiting on her. Asmodeus said he turned into Casper basically during the season. Yeah, and he didn't have no catastrophic injuries going on over there. There she go. Girl, she late.
Cry SH Eagles Cree into the land of elves.
Oh my goodness. Philly Fan D, man, what's good with you? Yeah, appreciate you, man. All kidding aside, Dallas offense would be scary. They need to improve in time of possession and red zone plays. Dallas have too many 1-2-3s and out. Look, I can't believe. Let me give this guy one of these right here, man. He salute to Philly Fan D. He's speaking nothing but the truth, and I love it because it's objectively speaking, by the way. Dallas offense will be scary. They need to improve on time of possession, meaning that you can't sit here, have a lot of 3 and outs. You can't sit here and throw an interception on on your side of the field and give the ball back to the opposing team. You can't be having momentum with passing the ball, for crying out loud. And then you say, okay, Ezekiel Elliott, just for politics ways, let's put the ball in the belly of Ezekiel Elliott, and then he's cold and he play basketball with the football. What I want the Dallas Cowboys to do is control the time of possession, just like Philly fan D said. On top of that, we got the AI speaking.
DC for life.
Jovan Brooks, appreciate you so much for that. And shout out to the AI for being on time. She's on time now. Y'all got her warmed up. But we got to keep the momentum on our side. You can't play basketball with the football. Oh, this was the thing I wanted to say. Come on, Kelly Moore. Get in rhythm. Don't run for the sake of running. If you are winning throwing the rock and they can't stop it, damn it, you just continue to throw the rock. If you are winning, running the ball, run the ball. Don't get too cute with it. That's all I'm saying. And we better not see reverse sweep when you get to the 20-yard line. But DC for life from Javon. Appreciate you so much for your love and adulations for that. Cowboy Nation. Let's continue to grind, to shine. I really appreciate everybody for subscribing to this channel. If you watched it all the way to this point, just do me a huge favor. It does something crazy to the algorithm. It's just hit that thumbs up. I mean, just do it for the nation. There's no cost to you. And sharing. Sharing is caring if you're on the Facebook group. I really, really appreciate those who share the content because we get a chance and opportunity for new listeners to hear my voice and my thoughts and my opinions. And also, with that in mind, shout out to you, Justin. Appreciate you so much. For those who made it to this point, oh, my goodness. It's easy. If you've never been here before and you like what you heard today, smash that subscribe button. I'm not a type of person that begs all the time. Say, hey, hit the subscribe. Don't y'all hate that? You know, if you ever go back and watch my videos, you know, I try not to be that person within the first, like the algorithms say you do it with like everybody with these big old huge channels or what have you. Say it within the first 2 to 3 minutes because people got short intentions. You know, I just say, man, thank you for tuning in to the Law Nation Film Session as we take a deeper look at XYZ player. He runs through the gap, blah, blah, blah. You see the bubble. You see the guy hit the person. I'm just not that person that sit there and say, hey, to help grow the nation and hit that subscribe button. I think that takes away from the point of the conversation of the video. Although we are out here for a purpose. Shout out to my dog, Boss Cowboy. He made it to 1,000 subscribers today. From the help of the nation. When I saw that he was so close and he needed just over 50 subscribers, 50 subscribers in one day, just like that, occurred on his channel, just from my voice and just from his hard work and just from you guys are able to pitch in. And we all work together as one big community. There's no hatred amongst each other. I love it, especially as far as the YouTube content community. Whether you love the Cowboys or not, I really appreciate those that are here. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or lied about, don't deal in lies, or hate it and yet give way to hating, and yet don't look too good nor talk too wise. If you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same. If you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves. If you can walk these things and erase all of the hatreds and all of the pain. If you can fill the unforgiving minutes with 60 seconds worth of distance run, then you, my friend, have unlocked the true meanings of what it takes to be not just a fan, but to be a man. If you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time and your peace and your sleep for it. If all of your desires of it makes you quite mad enough that you don't get tired of it, and it makes you hold all other things tawdry and cheap for it. If life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you'll gladly go out there and sweat for it, and fret for it, and plan for it, and lose all terror of God or man for it. If you would simply, just simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength, and sagacity, with faith, hope, and confidence and stern pertinacity. If neither cold, poverty, or famish or fame, or sickness of body or brain can turn you away from the thing you want. And it's right, Charles Scott. If dogged and grim and proceed and beset it with the help of Almighty, you will get it. Shout out to Justin. Shout out to NY. Juan, appreciate you. And Streamlabs, Mavericks, appreciate everybody for tuning in to this episode. Let's continue to grind and shine, baby. Turn me up. Yeah. I love it when this part come in. Yeah.
This is Sparta!
Nowadays, nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's ice. I got wifey on bling and she freeze. Photo, please, no photos. Jeez, no, please, no photos. Hit the door and the dome and just
shout out to you, BD Gray, Jay Versick, Maverick, F1 Tomcat.
If it down in my management, I'm just warming up, wait till I old producer saw the numbers one. Different colors in my baggy light. Chalk it up.
Maverick, what's good?
Talking up. Wanna get you a ring, you tough enough. Wanna get you new things.
Shout out to all of the late night vampires out there. Let's continue to grind, baby. Come on, rock with the nation.
Nowadays, nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's ice. I got wifey on bling and she freeze. Photo, please, no photos. Jeez, no, please.
We'll do this episode in the morning time. Yeah.
I put game on layaway. I got paid to play today.
Y'all know I can keep going, right?
I get paid on rainy days.
Come on.
I might make it rain today. I got paid off pain today. Thought it'd take the pain away. In my own lane, finger roll. I would never sell my only soul. Heard your whole team was for sale. Heard it's on the market for the low.
Appreciate the stars as
anonymous.
Anonymous. Yeah, appreciate you.
When they sign you up.
Appreciate you.
Try you out and then they line you up.
Oh.
Now you're looking hungry, ribs are touching, need some food.
Need some food, baby.
All on live acting surprised, but
who coming out to Oxnard? Post it in the chat.
The way it's been a day, now you're old news. Now you got the
we got 2 for 1 special.
photos. Nowadays, nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me.
Ladies, drink free.
I got wifey on blingin' she
all night.
Photo, please.
Haters, make sure
No.
y'all tap in too. Come on. Yeah. That's all we do. Tell
He needs some milk.
Come on. Robert, appreciate you for the 50. Hey. Let's add it up.
I ran up a check, I might do it again.
I ran up a check.
Enemies close, had me thinking they're friends. 10
Chris,
toes down, I'll be free
shout out to you.
Crib outside the
Tyson.
city, I don't feel safe in my hands. Took so many years, I'm just waiting for the wins. I'm in debt to no one but the one who took my sins.
Jammers.
I do it for real,
Appreciate
no
you.
reason to pretend.
Turn it up.
If I do it once, I do it again.
Yeah.
Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso.
Come on.
Add it up, I'm just doing
We know
me.
Sleep Nation,
Everything's on
baby.
me, or you matter what.
It's not a party until you step into the scene. Let's play some of these B-rolls. Appreciate everybody. Shout out for the 2-for-1s, right?
Told her if it's all me, everything is on
What
me.
my world? I like my world when it spins.
Told you
looking
I'ma
for-
do me, why you hating on me? It's not adding up. I do roll like a Mack truck, country heart. I might cop a farm and go act
Here we
up.
go.
Lot of scars, I was cold
Dak
hearted,
Prescott.
now I'm back
Yeah.
up. Keep it real, I do this once a month. I don't rap much. I just take the money and go stack up. Only buying car to get tatted up. All that other bull, it don't matter much.
Yeah.
You only climb me, I put the ladders up.
Brooks, let's go.
I done doubled up on the workload. I think I fell in love with the bank.
Antoine, appreciate you for following.
Money, then we lay low. Add it up.
For all the haters.
Euro, peso. Add it up. I'm just doing me. Everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up. Bankroll, euro.
If you have not hit that like button,
Add it up. I'm just doing me. Everything is on me.
if
Oh,
you're
you
not
matter what?
subscribed to the nation,
Told you if it's all me, everything is on me. Gon' back it up. Matter what? Told you I'ma do me.
if you
Why
think the
hating on
Mavs
me?
is better than the Lakers,
You must be out of your goddamn
Told you if it's all me,
shout out to my dog
everything is on me.
MFFL.
Gon' back it
Appreciate
up.
you though.
Matter what? Told you I'ma do me. Why you hating on me? It's not adding up.
Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Want you to chill out just for a little bit. Something to listen to and mellow out. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Play it. Be safe, Jay Versa. Come on. Shout out to NY1 again. Bama fan in the house. What's good?
Don't let the street lights hit you. Can I be your player too? I'll follow wherever you go, whatever you do. Player too.
Appreciate the donations. Yo. Come on.
7 more and another one. And another one. Finding you was the one I lost. 7 wonders all in one. All in one. Don't let the street lights hit you all alone.
Sophistications for the nation, baby. I see you. Peace out to Robert. Be safe. Shout out to you, Asmodeus.
Can I be your player too? I'll follow wherever you go, whatever you do. Player too.
Yo, Law, why you grind so hard? I just get it out of the mud so my daughter wouldn't have to. Let's go.
Then forever doesn't feel that far. So far, so far. If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. So far, so far. If a
Watch this end note. Yeah, the nation.
Fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on.
And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Let's go.